What's the crack, guys, and welcome back to another creepy TikTok compilation. We're going to go ahead and start the water rice experiment today for the first few minutes. But for those of you who are just interested in the creepy TikTok compilation, just go ahead to this timestamp and then that will direct you straight through to it. But for those of you who are interested in the experiment, we'll go ahead and we'll start that now. Right, guys, let's go ahead and get this experiment started. Hopefully there's not much issues in terms of audio, but for those of you who don't know about the experiment, how it works is you've got 3 jars, one for love, one for hate, and the other one you simply ignore. And what you do with these jars is you fill them up with water and rice, and every day you speak to each jar. Well, 2 jars. One jar you speak to love and love only, the other jar full of hate, and then the other one you just ignore. And so the outcome of the study is to show just how powerful words are and how that can not only impact people around you, both negatively and positively, but also how it can impact, your environment and aspects of your life as well. So you're probably asking, why is there 4 jars as opposed to 3? Now, some of you know that I was hoping to start with 5 jars, but I wanted to keep every jar identical to one another, and so I was only able to get 4. Now, the 4th one, you won't actually know what that is until the end of the study, but I'm hoping that this is going to be the best one. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, let's go ahead, get these filled up, and then add them up with water as well. So that's all the jars filled with water and rice. Now, some of them you'll notice there's some residue on the side. They had labels that were stuck onto them like glue, so it was a bit of a nightmare to get them off, but I did the best I could for them. So hopefully it doesn't impact that in any way. 2 of those jars then, we are going to have these on it. So let's see. So one that says love, and then the other is going to say hate. Now, there's another one here. Well, you aren't going to see what that is. The final step to this then is to sellotape each lid to each jar, and you're probably asking why I'm doing that. The reason being is to prove to you guys that I have in no way manipulated or interfered with these jars in any way. So that's the jars sorted out. They're on the shelf behind me and the experiment has already started. I've spoken to 3 of the jars, always ignoring that one jar. And so what I'll do is, prior to every video I make and just after every video, I'll speak to those 3 jars, always ignoring the other one. And then we can all keep track of it on each video. And then over the coming weeks, or maybe the next month, month and a half, 2 months, whatever it may be, and then see what the outcome is. If you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any future videos, and you can also keep track of the progress yourselves. So anyway, let's go ahead and just dive into the creepy TikToks today.
Crazy things caught on camera. This is a McDonald's ice cream machine, and this guy took one apart, and literally there are just thousands of these little worms or maggot type things that are inside of the ice cream machine. I think I'm scarred for life. Follow for more.
There's filthy maggots made McFlurry ice cream. I don't want any of that. That's disgusting. What kind of ice cream is this, Mickey Days? I ordered a McFlurry and I got nothing but a bunch of maggots. I don't want that filthy stuff in my ice cream.
No way. Maggots in your ice cream? That's an extra item. We charge extra for that. Now, would you like to pay by cash or card?
And nobody's saying shit.
Those are the angels.
Why isn't anyone?
Shh.
Yeah, look. Hey, my phone's shitty. I can't even. Bitch, what the fuck?
Dude, they're moving around.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy, dog.
Whatever it is, they're all going different directions, but I doubt they're angels, to be honest.
It's pretty funny how Lil Nas X and Kesha are like, we're about to expose the music industry. But Jeffrey Epstein's list was just released. Lots of people are wakening up to the fact that religious freedoms means that Satan worship happens and it's a real church. It's just very hidden most of the time. And the list came out, there's a bunch of Disney stars on there. Miley Cyrus went there when she was a kid. It's obvious half of these kids were molested. There's nothing, it's not really news anymore.
Lil Nas coming out saying that he's a born again Christian, that he's found God, and that he's going to expose the music industry. He's been saying that for days now, and honestly, if anything, I would love nothing more for him to be a born again Christian. but it looks to me like it's nothing more than a PR stunt for his new album, more than anything.
Oh, holy fuck shit, guys.
I mean, regardless if it's really good editing or if it's like Project Bluebeam, it would still be pretty freaky to see that in your room at night. Like,
Don't read all the things written about me. I wasn't aware that the world thought I was so weird and bizarre. But when you grow up, as I did, in front of 100 million people since the age of 5, you're automatically different. My childhood was completely taken away from me. There was no Christmas, there was no birthdays. It was not a normal childhood, no normal pleasures of childhood. Those were exchanged for hard work, struggle, and pain, and eventual material and professional success. But as an awful price, I cannot recreate that part of my life. And that's why I love children and learn so much from being around them. I realize that many of our world's problems today, from the inner city crime to large-scale wars and terrorism and our overcrowded prisons, are a result of the fact that children have had their childhood stolen from them. The magic, the wonder, the mystery, and the innocence of a child's heart are the seeds of creativity that will heal the world.
I know that we've all formed our own kind of thoughts and opinions when it comes to Michael Jackson, and I know that a lot of us tend to think that he's a pet in some way, but what if he wasn't? Like, what if, you know, he was just pure at heart, you know, and like he said there, from the age of 5, he had no childhood. Maybe he's just trying to give other children that chance to have a childhood. You just don't know. It looks like a sheepdog more than anything to me, if I'm honest. But tell me this, guys, do any of you believe or think that there's an afterlife when it comes to animals?
These are the infamous British mobster twins, the Krays. The Kray twins were failed AWOL soldiers and boxers. In the 1950s, they started running a protection racket before buying a nightclub that would become frequented by celebrities. They would socialize with people including Frank Sinatra and Judy Garland, and purposely modeled their organization on whatever they read about the Chicago Mafia. After becoming established crime figures and celebrity figures in London, the Kray twins brokered an alliance with the American Mafia, remaining in contact with Mayor Lansky. Their story would come to an end in 1968, as they were both arrested and sentenced to life in prison for countless crimes, including hijacking, armed robbery, and murder.
I have family that knew them on a personal level, but like the other side of the family that knew them on a personal level, and apparently they were really dead on, but they were like proper nuts. Like they could just like, you know, flick of a switch and they'd just have a go at you. So yeah.
So a clip went viral of NBA Youngboy rapping without auto-tune, and the only thing I can think about after listening to this is what 6ix9ine said about the music industry. You gotta watch these clips.
The drop top with a stolen got. Searching for my house. Hold on. I got my green ass on, trying to get egg. What's happening? Watch me.
This industry is not what it seems to be. Listen, this is a rapper, you got 200 followers. I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged.
I always thought the industry was rigged.
The industry's rigged. What I'm just trying to tell.
By the way, and if y'all ever see me on live with 6, I don't agree with a lot of stuff. I try to challenge him, even though y'all could probably argue I should challenge more. That's one thing I could say about what he's saying. I've always believed the industry's rigged. We've just never seen an artist that's actually succeeding actually admit it's rigged. It's usually the unsuccessful artists saying it's rigged.
Yeah, but I'm successful, and I'm telling you it's rigged.
So it's the artists that don't get...
The thing is, though, this isn't just happening in the hip-hop world. This is happening like pop music. I mean, if you think of like Demi Lovato or Katy Perry, you know, like you ever hear them live, they're absolutely grim. They really are. But the thing I question sometimes is, how do these, like, you know, these artists, how do they end up getting into the industry? I mean, is there like a certain initiation that they go through, or like do they just go into Hollywood and then just take auditions in the hopes that they'll be able to sign their contract for their souls? I don't know.
What was H.H. Holmes' murder castle? H.H. Holmes, one of America's first known serial killers, became infamous not only for his crimes, but also for his infamous murder hotel in Chicago. This mysterious building was once thought to be just a regular hotel and a way for Holmes to generate money during the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. However, the H.H. Holmes Hotel allegedly had 100 rooms packed with trapdoors, gas chambers, and stairs to nowhere. But some historians have recently questioned whether the H.H. Holmes Hotel was indeed a murder castle. Some experts believe that some of his hotel's most horrific elements might have been the result of yellow journalism. But in the end, only the man himself knew all of the H.H. Holmes Hotel's secrets and how many people died within its walls. Some estimates claim the actual number may have been as low as 9 or as high as 200.
Yeah, that man was definitely crazy. Like, he had chambers, he had chutes where he just threw bodies down the chutes, and then he'd make his way down the basements, and then he would start dissecting them. And man, the guy was nuts. Like,
the time is 1:48. We are going back on the record. This is tape 3 of the videotape deposition of Bill Gates on September 2nd.
Mr. Gates, let me show you a document marked as Government Exhibit 390.
We go backwards.
The first message here purports to be a message to you and Mr. Moritz and Mr. Alchin on February 24, 1997 at 11:07 p.m. Do you see that?
Yes.
And it talks about a focus group report, and it says that most of the people in the focus group were Navigator users, and then it goes on to say about those Navigator users, quote, they said they would not switch, would not want to download IE4 to replace their Navigator browser. However, once everything is in the OS and right there, integrated into the OS, in their face, so to speak, then they said they would use it because there would be no more need to use something separate, close quote. You see that?
That man's anxiety is a clear indication that he needs a straitjacket. He's nuts. He really is. Like, he went from stealing someone's idea to making billions off that, to becoming like a philanthropist, to talking on TED Talks, talking about overpopulation, how to get that population under a certain threshold, and then going into like the medical side of things and then the nutrition side of things. The man hasn't got good intentions for any of us. Like, he's a creep.
Attention. So apparently, somebody has seen this portal-like shape in the park in Detroit. What the f*** is that? Nah, seriously, what the f*** is that? That look like a big ass crystal. That like an eye. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. If anybody see any of these around the city, anywhere, tag me. That looked mighty interesting if you ask me.
It's hard to say what that is or what the purpose of that is. I mean, it could just be like a project, like an art project or something.
Thing exploded and now this is in the sky. Oh, look, look, look. What is that? What is that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Something exploded.
Mom,
what
we'll
is that? I can't. I'm recording. I don't want to move. I got to record this. What is that? Oh, it left. The light left.
I would say that's something as simple as a flare in the sky, to be honest.
That's so cool. You are so much better of an astronaut, Paige, than those other fakes.
Thank you. And if you're hungry in space, gotta have your floating Fritos to munch on. So I don't want to give GMOs any publicity, but it's all we had hanging around. Yum, yum, yum.
So it's all true.
It's amazing, the zero gravity, just everything just floats around. Suck my hair because I got a ponytail. And Toots brought some coral up from Vieques, from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, let me see you push it up and down and around. Pull it back toward. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Wow.
Push it that way. Unbelievable.
There are so many clips online that shows just how fake they are, but the question you have to ask yourself is the billions of dollars that they get off you, the taxpayers, every year, what exactly are they doing with that money?
You come down the stairs, then yeah, just you be my model. And then under the stairs, we knocked it through. Don't make noises! And then you look through the hole. It is just a fucking staircase. What the fuck? And a door. Don't make noises. I have to fucking live here.
It's a, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. We weren't going to, well, it's gone.
Shine a
now,
light
so
down
what
there.
the fuck?
Shine the light down there. Oh. Alright. Through even further.
Did you get through that hole?
With great difficulty.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you did. Right, let's go. Shut up. Okay. What you're saying?
Have you got a mask? Because you don't know what's down here.
I haven't got. Well, I've just been getting.
If you have a look, it goes down even further.
What, another staircase?
Yeah.
Shut up, man. What have I bought?
Oh, can you grab that one? Okay.
What?
It's as big as your flat down here.
Oh my god.
The fact that they boarded that up tells me that they were trying to hide something. Now, I do understand that there used to be like a city underground, so I do understand that. But like, why would it lead up to a house? That doesn't really make sense to me. I tried looking for part 2 as well, but they haven't got part 2 uploaded yet. But just think, like, if you're living over in the UK or even over here or even over in America, you know, you probably have something boarded up, whether it's a wall or what have you, and it could probably be leading to an underground.
Creatures are harvesting us. These creatures are not aliens, Mr. Ike. These creatures are sexually compatible with our women. And what does that tell you? It tells you that they came from here. They are part of us. African tradition says that the Chitauri fatten on the energy that we human beings give them. They make us to fight each other. And when the whole land is drowning in death and fear and terror, when hundreds and hundreds of people are angry and afraid, the Chitauri get fat because they eat that what we call the dark power, which is brought about when human beings destroy the planet on which they live.
Apparently, this is Zulu mythology. These creatures, I hope you're not about to go to sleep, have been around for a very, very long time. There are snake people that apparently originated in the oceans, and they developed very powerful, complex tools when humanity was new upon Earth, and with their technology, they decided to enslave humanity and even celestial beings. They were driven underground and said to hide in the center of the Earth to this very day.
We all know that there's something else compatible with women, and we all know that there's something else that feeds off negative energy, and that's like demons, like the Nephilim.
That's crazy.
I definitely believe in direct energy weapons, no two ways about it, and I'm no electrician, but is there anything else that could have created those beams?
We and our community partners, while we don't have specific and credible intelligence indicating a threat to our city, we encourage the public to remain vigilant. If you see something suspicious, report it to the FBI at tips.fbi.gov or by calling 911 in an emergency. That is an update from the FBI here in New York in just the past few minutes. Meanwhile, the war in Israel is putting...
I don't know what kind of context this is or what this is in relation to. I know there's a lot going on in New York at the minute, but anyone who's living in New York who's watching this, could you leave a comment below and fill us in exactly what's going on?
Hey, you can't go in there! Hey! Hey! Hey!
No way. No way. Oh my God, bro. I made it. I made it. Oh my gosh, yo. Bro, there ain't no way I just made it in here, bro. Did you guys hear the guy yelling at me? This is crazy though, check this out.
For whatever reason, these tunnels remind me of the Catacomb footage, you know, where the guy was running away from something, drops his camera, and then he ends up going missing. This is probably what's going to happen to this guy. He's probably going to get so far into these tunnels, his flashlight's going to die, his phone's going to die, and he's going to be lost, and he's just going to go missing.
The only one that thinks it's absolutely crazy that Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife. They say that he cheated on his wife with a nurse, and she was 39 years younger than him. So he liked them young, you guys. He liked children. And the crazy thing about it is he was on the Epstein log. And allegedly, they're saying that he partook in multiple acts of SA with multiple young girls while he was on that island. At this point, I just feel like it must be I don't know, it's crazy, but all this is coming out about this list and all these people that are on the list. It's just like, only time will tell. But I think it's a big indicator when he was cheating with a 39-year younger girl. Like, be so for real.
No offense to the man and like putting the wee ones aside and stuff like that, but like, how did he manage cheating someone? Like, can you tell me one possible way that he was able to actually cheat on someone?
Someone else who's been accurately predicting major world events for the last few decades has been shamed and has been targeted with death threats. In fact, 25 documented attempts on his life by certain world governments and other third parties because he's been 100% accurate with his predictions. This man's name is Billy Meier. He lives in Switzerland, and he claims that since the age of 6 years old, he's been the subject of alien contact. And they bring him information, they bring him warnings, warning humanity about what's to come.
Do you believe that Billy Myers had contact with aliens from the age of 6? Like, I, for one, I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, we all know that we're in that time now where it's going to be a great deception. And we all know that aliens are going to be involved in some way. So I definitely wouldn't rule that out, to be honest. I don't know why all the bells were destroyed, to be honest, but what I do know is that we still have our bells over here. I've noticed that the past week or so. In fact, one of the bells went off just over the weekend on Saturday, I believe. So I don't know. Apparently they say that the reason that a lot of the bells were destroyed was because they were actually used to build weapons for World War I and World War II. So I don't know.
If you're one of the people who thinks AI is scary, do not watch this video because this blows it out of the water. So a lot of people think we won't ever be able to create something smarter than a human. And there actually is a lot of evidence for this. We've created supercomputers with more mental capacity than a human, but the problem is they're huge. The human brain is estimated to have a capacity of over 2,000 terabytes. It just takes so many transistors to rival the power of the brain that it becomes really inefficient in terms of space and energy. But a new really creepy development might change that. So this is a rendering of an organoid, which is when you take human cells and have them populate a 3D scaffolding. And recently, they've been able to do this with brain cells. I don't know why they always use Pong for this stuff, but these are human brain cells in a petri dish, and they're playing Pong. What's crazy about this is these organoid brains learn way faster than AI. And so far, they appear to be way better at solving complex problems just like the human brain. They've also been able to take these mini human brains and put them in rat brains and show that they can respond to the visual stimuli. What's scary about this is human brains are limited mostly by our head size. That's one of the things that sets us apart from other primates. But with an organoid brain, you could fill a whole room with brain matter and have it be one huge supercomputer. People are already asking questions about what happens if someone uses your brain matter for a supercomputer. Since it's a human brain, would it be conscious? Since it's your DNA, would it be you? Does it have rights? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, what if you were to pass on and for whatever reason your brain cell was given to research and then they created an organoid out of it? Like, would you have some form of consciousness, or do you think it would just be, I don't know. That's a good question.
Got something coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something fucking screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now! Something big moving in there, man. Something real big, guys.
I don't know what that was, but if you only have a flashlight and you're hiding behind the tree, you're literally a sitting duck at that point.
That's interesting.
Whoa, I've seen this before.
This message is being broadcast by the Department of Defense of the Republic. At 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, multiple unidentified objects were confirmed to have entered Earth's atmosphere. It is speculated that these objects are of origin. The broadcast will quiet at this time for your safety. Continue to carry out the following instructions.
I would love to say that this is Project Bluebeam, but I don't think it is, and so I'm going to have to call cap on that. But good editing though.
Your name and the law.
Markel Percy, Friendship 19.
Jerome Pratt, Lord Hannibal, 327.
Zeno Hines, Lord Hannibal, number 327.
Mitchell Pig, Lord Hannibal, Lodge number 327.
Lorenzo Bradley Jr., the Mighty King David, 28.
David Cole, D. Carrie Wheaton Lodge number 307.
Chris Miller, D. Carrie Wheaton Lodge, 307.
Dante Pleasant, Captain City 107.
James Cullins, the Mighty King David, 28.
Leon Blunt, Hobson Lodge 23.
Leander Cox, Hobson Lodge, number 23.
Howard Martin, Commonwealth 81.
Joshua Akil, D. Hobson Lodge, number 23.
James Robertson, Blooming Light 132.
Derek Johnson Sr., East End, 233.
Major Pittman, King David Lodge, number 28.
All right.
Stay right there, I'm coming down.
Just out of curiosity, was there any of you guys that live near any Masonic lodges or anything? Because like over here, I can think of 3, and they're all within like a 5 or 10 minute drive from where I live. So I'm just curious, really. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Creepy TikTok compilation. Smash that like button and that subscribe button so this video could be recommended to others and also help it with the YouTube algorithm. And until the next video, guys, please look after yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you then.